Tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. A seed planted today takes root and grows into a tree that bears fruit in the future. Over 110 years ago, a seed was planted. Today, that seed, the idea of excellence, has grown into the University of Pretoria, South Africa's largest contact research-intensive university. 9 faculties and a business school are spread across 7 beautiful campuses, which are home to over 50,000 students, ready to make an impact in the world beyond university and join our global network of nearly 300,000 alumni. Future-focused, sustainably developed facilities and cutting-edge multi- and transdisciplinary research are underpinned by a desire to transform lives and have a positive impact on communities and the world. Excellence in teaching, learning, research innovation, arts and culture, and sports puts us firmly amongst the world's best universities. Knowledge is not just what is in books. It is the wisdom to apply it, to nourish and nurture the seed so that it takes root, grows tall, bears fruit, and branches out. UP plants that seed, that tiny bit of curiosity, creativity, critical thinking, hope, the desire to care, respect, help, and innovate against all odds. To grow, to leave your mark, to excel, to challenge the norm, to think, to rethink, to discover, to inquire, to lead, to have courage, to make a difference, and to persevere. This is the University of Pretoria. We make today and every day matter.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the University of Pretoria. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Goeiemorgen, sanbonani, dumelang, absheni, molweni. My name is Sbusiso Joshua Mulimi, Mr. CEO, not a Chief Executive Officer, but a catalyst empowering others. And this morning, today, I have the privilege of being your MC. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Dear Junior Takis and online guests, on behalf of the Junior Taki office at the UP, we welcome you all to our virtual Grade 11 Empowerment Project, supported by Investec Live from the Multimedia Studio right here in Midrand. It's live. The project will consist of 2 live sessions. Today, as well as on Saturday, 31st of July 2021, from 9 o'clock up until 10:30. From Monday, 26th of July 2021 until 13th August 2021. A wide variety of content will be uploaded on the Junior Taki online platform, juniortaki.online. You got that? juniortaki.online. Go to the enrichment programs, then click on Grade 11 Empowerment Project in order to benefit from this project. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. The aim of this program is to empower you. We therefore encourage you, please, we encourage you, attend all these sessions and make full use of this additional content available on the virtual platform. Please, as a brief, post your questions on our live chat function, which is available on the event's homepage. We have a team right here in studio. We have a team of specialist senior student advisors as well as junior student ambassadors who are ready to answer all your questions. They are right here. Those who attend both days, yes, you, because I know you will attend both days, you stand a chance to win a prize in a lucky draw. So you want to attend both days, right? Thank you. On behalf of the Junior Takis as well as UP, we want to thank Investec, who's made this event possible for the last 11 years. Thank you, Ria Lebora Siabong. Right, now I'm going to introduce Sitlokane Manchidi. Sitlokane Manchidi, Investec current head of corporate social investment in South Africa, was awarded an honors degree in social, policy, and management. Listen to this one, with distinction, Bob, from the University of Cape Town, UCT. He obtained a Masters of Commerce degree from the University of Johannesburg. His dissertation topic was factors necessary to enhance effective implementation of corporate social investment in South Africa. Setlhogwane first gained experience in the development sector when he joined George Soros Open Society Foundation as a postgraduate student. Hey, Mamelan, no muntu fundile lo. This person is well learned, as they would say. Upon graduating, he worked for Accenture as an analyst and management consultant before joining Investec as a CSI consultant in 2003. He was requested, they asked him, right? So he was requested to head the CSI division in 2005. Investec CSI, under Setlhogane's stewardship, he has received numerous awards and recognitions over the years, which included, listen to this one, the 2009 Sunday Times Top 100 CSI Leadership Award and 2014 Mail and Guardian Investing in the Future Award for ProMat, one of Investec's flagship programs. Ubaba Setlhogwane is known in the CSI space for his passion and desire to see meaningful change in people's lives. We continue. Listen carefully. In 2013, he received the DHL 2013 Rising Star Award, which recognizes and celebrates young, talented people who have a capacity for achievement and success and who contribute in an inspirational manner to the future of Umzansi, South Africa. In the same year, he was humbled to be added as an honorary member of the Golden Key International Honorary Society by the University of Cape Town's Golden Key chapter. Ubab Setlhogwane is a true CSI practitioner at heart and now an author of a recently published book, Corporate Social Investment, a guide to creating meaningful legacy, available at leading bookstores. Trust me, you want to get that book. Ubab Setlhogwane continues to share his passion and message aimed at uplifting those less fortunate, others by writing articles, giving various media interviews, and responding favorably to speaking invitations, be it at schools, universities, strategic planning sessions, and conferences.
Good day. My name is Setlhogwane Mantshidi, Head of Corporate Social Investments at Investec. Wow, I ordinarily would have loved to do this in person. Unfortunately, COVID-19 that has since reached our borders has dictated otherwise. It has gotten in the way of every normal interaction that you and I have been accustomed to over the years. But nevertheless, life must continue. And it does really give me great pleasure to, on a day such as this, at a time as difficult as this one, as challenged as we are, to engage with you, to welcome you to yet another edition of a Junior Takkies Get Together, albeit virtually so. I'm very, very excited from a perspective that says, even against all odds, we're able to make way. We at Investec are very, very delighted to be associated with the University of Pretoria and the Junior Takkies program, an association we've had for quite some time now. An association that is aimed at facilitating the development of future leaders. And this is why today, as I open this virtual get-together, I would like to focus on leadership and leadership development. All of you today, as young as you may think you are on a path of sorts towards becoming leaders, not only of today, but of tomorrow. Very often, I get situations where youngsters such as yourselves only ascribe to leadership being about positions, only worry about being a head of CSI, being a principal of a school, being a vice chancellor of a university, being a this or the other. That is the only other way in which many of you may understand leadership. And I am here today as we get together virtually, as we engage through this Junior Takkies program. I am here to actually challenge your notion, to challenge your understanding of leadership in the most traditional way that you may have understood it. Yes, I guess in the main, leadership in many respects is about positions. But actually, many leaders who lead today do not lead because of positions. In fact, many leaders today lead from behind. They lead by doing. They lead by finding that which they are so passionate about and pursuing it so many times over until they become so good at it that we regard them as leaders in their own right. So I want to challenge you as we kickstart this Junior Takkies get-together, which is albeit virtual, challenge you to understand that leadership potential is in each and every single one of us. Yes, you may not be the class rep. Yes, you may not be the SRC president at school. Yes, you may not be captain of a soccer team. Yes, you may not be any of the traditional leaders as we have understood them to be. But I want to assure you, you are a leader in your own way at your own time. And I want to challenge any suggestion, any attempt to shy away from being the leader that you're truly capable of being. Now, this perhaps might be a very challenging thing for you to listen to, because you're busy thinking, I don't see myself as a leader. I see myself as a grade 11 student. I see myself as a school-going student. I see myself as son of so-and-so. I do not remotely see myself as a leader. And I am saying, I'm here to challenge you not understanding the extent to which you're a leader. You see, leadership in the way that we must understand it is about finding that which you're so passionate about and really push it. Do it so many times. You know, you can be a leader in singing. Yes. You can be a leader in dance. You can be a leader in cooking. You can be a leader in anything that you so wish to be a leader in. That which defines you, that which makes you come alive, you can be a leader in. And as we get together in this Junior Takkies program, I want to say to you, you are all gems. You are all leaders in the making. All I am here to assure you is that we are here through this program and many other programs and many other opportunities you'll come across to polish your leadership potential. You may, to a large extent, be very uncomfortable. I know, at this point in time. You see, in essence, I'm asking you, have you realized your leadership potential? Because other leadership takes the form of thought leaders. Those who have done something so many times over that they become so respected and they become thought leaders in that which they've practiced for many years to come. In essence, all I want to say to you is a leader is somebody who takes responsibility to make things happen. And today, when you hear about leadership development, you want to go on a course, you want a specific program that's going to make you into a leader. And I'm here to challenge you that there is no course that's going to make you into a leader. The thing that's going to make you into a leader is you accepting that first and foremost, by virtue of your God-given talents and abilities and that which you're so passionate about, you are a leader. You are a leader in the making. Of course, I'm not going to claim that you are a perfect leader. And this is why you would join programs such as Junior Takis. This is why you would join the debating society. This is why you would join all other bits and pieces that are really aimed at finessing, at polishing your leadership potential and ability. Hopefully, when you're done with this Junior Takis program, you will be an inspired leader, able to inspire other potential leaders. Leaders who are inspirational are able to work out how best to influence others into action, into achieving things. Not because they work for them, not because they report to them, but because we as leaders espouse some sense of energy, some sense of vision, forward-looking, and giving a sense of direction of where we're going as a people, as a nation, as a grouping, as a class, as a society. Now, let me tell you, the greatest way to polish your leadership potential is to lead by doing. You know, if you're going to sit back and you're going to think, Sithlohani Mantshidi is going to talk about leadership, and after he's spoken, I'm going to become a leader, I'm going to say, sorry for you. You're not going to become a leader by virtue of listening to me, but you're going to become a leader by virtue of getting up and wanting to get involved. You're going to become a leader by getting up and practicing in some aspect. You may know that perhaps you're somewhat gifted in as far as singing is concerned. But you're not going to become a leader in singing unless you do what Malcolm Gladwell talks of, 10,000 hours of practice. Very often people ask me, how you are somewhat comfortable with public speaking. Oh, how did you become comfortable? I want to say to you, I'm going to own up now. From day one, I was not always comfortable with public speaking. But I practiced. I practiced. In many respects, I would actually stand before a mirror to practice my public speaking ability. And I want to challenge all of you to say you're not going to become a leader in anything by sitting back. I want to say to you, go and create your mirrors, whether it's in dancing, whether it's in cooking, whether it's in singing, whether it's in... You have to become a leader by doing. And don't sit back and relax. Always ask people, can I join you? Is there anything I can do? Because it is in the doing that we learn. I call it the MBA of life. You can go to school, you can go to university all you like, but if you are not going to get your hands dirty, if you are not going to volunteer, put up your hand, if you are not going to take time to be involved in something, be a force for good. It is in the doing that we learn. It is in the practicing that we learn. It is amazing that you may be very talented, but let me tell you, no talent will overcome lack of practice. You can be talented, but if you don't practice, you're not good enough, and you'll never be good enough. But let me tell you, practice could overcome lack of talent. If you're not talented, but all you do is you practice, you have a higher chance of beating that individual who so believes that they are talented but never practices. What am I really on about? I am trying to say, stop being a leader that is an armchair critic. Stop being a leader that is sitting and leaving things to chance. Stop being a leader that's hoping that change is going to fall like manna from heaven. Stop being a leader that is always blaming other people. Stop. You are not a leader. You are not a leader. You're not even a follower, worst of all. But if you get up, if you get to do, if you support others to do, if you encourage others to do, no doubt we'll make mistakes. Yes, we'll make mistakes along the way. But actually making mistakes and failing as we go along, it is actually not a bad thing. That is what I call school fees. In order to become the exceptional leader that you aspire to want to become, you must pay school fees. But you cannot pay school fees by simply just sitting. And that's why people who are part of Junior Takkies would have taken the initiative to be part of Junior Takkies. Those are leaders. But you can't stop at just being part of Junior Takkies. You must participate. As we open today, I want to say to you, this opportunity is one of the best opportunities. But the opportunity to become a leader dances with those already on the dance floor. Already on the dance floor. If you're going to be a spectator, you're going to miss the opportunity to become the leader that you're capable of becoming. Wow. It is so important. It is so important. Nothing ever builds confidence more than practice. When you practice, you are building confidence. The harder I work, the more I practice, the more I do, the more confident I become, and in some respects, the luckier around my chosen area of leadership I become. But you're going to go sit there and think, I think I want to become a leader. Hey! Becoming a leader is the greatest choice made with the greatest sense of commitment and conviction. It's not something you think only about here. Yes, you think about it here, but you don't make it here. You make such a choice in the gut. You make it here. You feel it not here. You feel it here. This is where you feel it. So you must make this choice that I am so passionate about life. I am so passionate about that which makes me come alive. And I'm going to become so good at it that tomorrow I am going to potentially be regarded as a thought leader in that space. I'm going to be regarded as a leader in that space because of my experiences in the space. Nothing beats experience. Experience in my books is what I call the NBA of life. You can read all the books that you want to read. You can study all that you want to study, which I must encourage you to do. But I must warn you that cannot be enough. That cannot substitute. No? So when people want a chairman or a member of the committee of something, I want you to be amongst the first to put up your hand. Not because you're going to be leading from the front, but because being in a committee is going to afford you the opportunity to get involved. If your friends back at home are trying to start some grouping that's going to help address some charitable causes, get involved. If a church or any religious background, a synagogue, whichever one it is, they require you to participate, to offer yourself. Be amongst the first to put up your hand. Be among. Don't sit here and hope that the earth is going to crack and that you're going to go in. That's not it. It is not about being arrogant, but equally humility and over humility to a point of shying away from opportunities to get involved, shying away, giving people your back is not going to give you that which is going to afford you the opportunity to develop as a leader. I repeat, by doing, we make the mistakes. By doing, we grow in confidence. And by doing, we also become acquainted to realizing that we need to ask for help. We start knowing when we need to ask for help. Leaders don't shy away from owning up to their own shortcomings. They don't shy away from owning up to the fact that they are not perfect in this regard, but that in fact there are more people who are more experienced than they are, and if anything, they are to ask and they are to act like a sponge, and they are to absorb all that which is shared with them in pursuit of making them the leaders that they are truly capable of becoming. Whew. So you're thinking, what is Seklohane Manshidi on? I am not on anything. I want to say to you, leadership is a labor of love. Leadership is a labor of love. You're going to do this, you're going to do it with the greatest passion, but most importantly, you're going to do it with others, not on your own. As you're part of JT, you must know that no person is ever an island. Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. A person is a person through other people. A person is who they are because I am. I am who I am because you are. That's how intertwined and how interdependent we are of each other. That is why in doing, you will get to test yourself. It is why in doing, you're going to now understand yourself in relation to other people. It is why in doing, you will have a much better appreciation of tolerance, respect, and understanding diversity. Learn by doing. Make the mistakes. But let me also now say this to you. Leaders who do not lead purposeful-driven lives are very empty leaders. They are often very, very lonely leaders. Because leadership is not just about me, myself, and I. Leadership is not just about you, yourself, and only you. Leadership is about a greater cause. Leadership is about a greater responsibility. Leadership is about how you do what you do, not to advance yourself, but to make the much needed difference in society. Yes, you may be a singer, but in your music, you make a difference in society. You may be an artist. In your artistry, and give God-given talents, you shine a light to other people. You inspire other people. You bring the best in other people. You might become an architect who's going to draw plans that are going to have the most amazing of buildings. May become a coder that's going to come up with cybersecurity solutions. This is not about you. It's about the bigger context. You're going to come up with apps that empower people. You're going to come up with apps that make the world a much better place. You're going to become a leader that eventually opens up businesses that create employment for other people. So leadership is purposeful. Leadership is intentional. Leadership is greater than us. Leadership is about building a legacy that we are going to leave behind, both for our children, great-grandchildren, and society at large. Remember that. As you do all that you do, you'll see when you allow yourself to make a difference in society, when you allow yourself to become the leader that I'm talking about, you will become well organized as a person. You'll become very intentional as a person. Not only organized in terms of doing, but you will also get organized even in terms of your logical thinking. Organizing your thoughts is just as important as organizing the doing. Involve as many people as possible in the process. Facilitate their participation. Bring out the best in them. Bring out the best in them so they can bring out the best in you. Go and make a difference. That's what Junior Takkies is about. It's about, yes, you're potentially going to become a medical doctor. Yes, you're potentially going to become an actuarial scientist. Yes, you're potentially going to become an accountant. Yes, you're going to become that which you are passionate about. And you're going to be doing it so well, but not just for your sake. You are going to use that skill and ability for the upliftment of others. We lift as we rise. We're going to lift as we rise. I look at you, even virtually so, and my heart is filled with so much hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. Hope for peace and prosperity in our country and indeed the world. Hope for the emergence of scientists that are going to deal with many other diseases similar to COVID that may come our way. Hope that you're going to be amongst those who are going to lead the quest to come up with a solution and a cure for HIV and AIDS. Hope that you're going to become part and parcel of those leaders who champion the narrowing of the gap between those who have and those who do not have. Hope, because you're going to be a type of leader that is going to choose not to be affected by this world, but you're going to choose to rather affect this world for the better. Once again, thank you very much for having been part of Junior Takkies, and I welcome you and wish you a happy virtual engagement, an enriching engagement, an engagement that's going to leave you a much better leader than you are today. Thank you.
Nothing builds confidence more than practice. We lift as we rise. Those are the powerful words of Ubaba Sitlokgane. We want to thank Sitlokgane and Investec for their support to Junior Takkie over the past 11 years. Remember to post your questions on the chat function. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege of introducing a friend, a brother, a mentor. Ferdi. Ferdi is the founder and chief dreamer of Roar Like a Lion. His dream is to play a role in the activation of authentic and responsible leadership in Africa. He is an alumni of the University of Pretoria, where he studied a BCom Marketing Management as well as BCom Honors Communications Management. He also has a qualification in strength-based coaching. A friend, a brother, Ferdi, he thrives. I've seen him. He thrives. He loves it. He thrives of seeing individuals, teams, and organizations develop into authentic entities. He sees himself as an activator. Indeed, he's going to activate you. Activating people in their uniqueness and empowering them in becoming leaders wherever they find themselves. The future plays a big role in how he approaches development. That is why over the last 12 years, he has equipped himself with key personal and leadership development skills that will allow me and you to assist individuals, teams, and organizations in seeing a better future and then co-create.
Hi there, JT family. I hope you are doing extremely well in these extraordinary times. My name is Ferdi Yennes, the founder of Roar, and I am a proud Tuks alumni, Tuks of Nux. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to do three things with you today. I want you to quickly just raise your hands right there where you are, both hands up in the air. I know it's weird. I can't see you, but you can see me. So please raise your hands in the air. I've got three objectives for you today. Number one is I want to ignite you. Number two is I want to excite you. And number three is I want to change and challenge your thinking. So with your hands in the air, right? Okay. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to respond by saying a confident yes. Can you do that? Fantastic. All right. Hands up. Are you ready to be ignited? Yes. Are you ready to be excited? Yes. Are you ready to change your thinking? Yes. Well, give yourself a round of applause. So I'm going to be talking to you today on the topic of personal development. I know personal development is a very broad term. It's multifaceted. I'm, however, going to focus on the basics in a theme called I Am a Brand. Like Sibusiso introduced myself, I'm a proud alumni of the University of Pretoria, and I had the privilege of studying marketing and communications management at the university. And during that time, a dream came alive in my heart to teach people how to market themselves better, as well as how to brand themselves. Please note that this discussion is only an introduction into the I Am a Brand process, which we will be completing today. For the rest of the process, you need to go onto the JT online platform and complete part 2 and 3. I also want to remind you that there's a nice competition running for you if you participate well in this process, where you can win nice merchandise as well as a one-on-one coaching session with me. All right. So take, for example, the orange. I want to use the orange as an example. What would happen if I take this orange and I squeeze it as hard as I can? Some of you might say, Ferdi, that's a stupid question. Of course, there will be orange juice that comes out of it. And that is exactly right. Orange juice will come out of it. The nutrients in this fruit will come out of it. You need to put pressure on the orange for the nutrients to come out. This means that only through pressure can the orange prove its worth. So my question to you today is, if I had the power to squeeze you, to put pressure on you, what will come out of you? Would it be something like hope, kindness, love, patience, perseverance? Or would it be anger, hatred, judgment, or even blaming? You see, the difference between marketing and branding can be described by using the following statement. Marketing, and this is a tip for the guys, marketing is like asking a girl on a date. Branding is the reason why that girl would say yes. So it's super important to look at yourself as a brand, because what is really important is not just what you see on the outside, but what is on the inside. So if you look at the orange, marketing this orange would be taking this orange and showing it to people, taking an overview of the orange. But the branding component is the nutrients on the inside. The most valuable or the most successful brands in the world know their value, and they carry and they are able to handle the pressure really well. So if you want to be a successful brand, you need to be able to understand what is on the inside, but also able to handle the pressure that life puts on you, because life puts pressure on you. So, personal development, personal branding. I want us to, in order for us to build a successful brand, and if you look at all the successful organizations in the world, they are able to build successful brand because they can handle the pressure. Okay? Why? Because they put time and effort and resources in developing their personal brand. And you need to do the same. You need to take the time and you need to put resources into developing your personal brand. So many people ask me, Ferdi, how do I get to that place? How do I build a brand? Well, at Roar, we've got 3 areas that we look at. And we're going to be discussing these 3 areas during the course of this 3-part series. The first area is we need to ask ourselves, what are the 3 fundamental questions we need to ask when developing a brand? The second one is the brand experiences. Brands create experiences. And you need to know what experience you can create as a brand. And then lastly, the brand equation, a special tool that we have at Roar that can help you develop your personal brand. All right, so let's start with the 3 fundamental questions. The questions are what, who, and how. When you develop a brand, you need to ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to build? And a lot of you might know what you want to build in the future. And you might know already what you want to be in the future, like I want to be a doctor or engineer. And that is great. But the most important question you need to ask is who? Because who influences everything. Just to take an example, you will not be remembered for what you do. You will be remembered for who you were. Mr. Mandela, the greatest president South Africa has had thus far, is not remembered for being president, but is remembered for who he was. And that is what I want you to focus on when developing your personal brand. And that is what we will focus on in this process, is to focus on the who component. Because ultimately, the who component influences how you are perceived. The third question you need to ask yourself, how do I want to be perceived in the world as a brand? We sort of live in a world where people think, I don't care what people say. And I want to challenge you and tell you that you should worry about what people say about your personal brand. You shouldn't let their opinions, you shouldn't let their opinions, you shouldn't let their opinions focus on, or you shouldn't let their opinions create your worth, but you should definitely listen to what people are perceiving with regards to your brand. Then, secondly to that, the second area looking at is the brand experiences. So brands create experiences through senses. If you look at me today, you would tend to have listened to me today if I was dressed in torn clothes, all dirty, etc. Your senses will definitely create a perception of me in your life. So The second area then that you need to look at is emotions. Brands create experiences through emotions. You will not remember what I say today, you will remember how I make you feel. And then lastly, brands create experiences through the value that they add. Your brand is designed to create value. Just quickly think about this. If you don't add value, do you think your brand is needed in the world? If a business doesn't add value, do you think that business will be successful and prosper in the future? Not necessarily. So I want to challenge you. Think of these two areas. The branding questions, what, who, and how. And then secondly, your brand can create an experience. What experiences are you creating as a brand? What experiences are you creating through the senses, how you look, how you stand when people speak to you? Secondly, the emotions that you create. And lastly, the value that you add. So I want to challenge you, go add some value in people's lives today. Go wash the dishes, mow the lawn, do something for your parents, your grandmother, etc. Because value adders will always be needed in the future. This is me, Ferdi Yennes. I'm really excited to spend this time with you today. Make sure you take part in part 2 and part 3 on the JT online platform. It's your time to roar, and remember, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from a friend, from a brother. Thank you so much, Ferdi. Thank you for challenging us to go out there and add value. Go out there and add value. So I'm encouraging you and challenging you. Keep asking your questions on the live chat. Next up, I'm about to introduce a friend. He doesn't know that he's my mentor, but now he's my mentor, official. Because this guy, he's a money maker, this one. So you want to listen to this one. Albert van Wyk is a 20-year-old entrepreneur, property investor, and best-selling author. He's also a qualified industrial engineer and one of the youngest South African self-made millionaires. His main ventures include property investing, as well as his online media company called Kazao. Albert is a keynote speaker and is enabling people across the country, across the world, to build their value, their worth, through his talks and his courses. His passion is to help you and I, entrepreneurs, businesses, and owners, to reach financial success. He studied and completed his industrial engineering degree here at the University of Pretoria. He's still situated in Pretoria, South Africa, where he was born and raised. Today, he runs a big portfolio of properties and small businesses, and will share some of his tips and tools from his experience with you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hey guys, I'm Albert van Wyk, entrepreneur, property investor, and author of my bestseller, How to Become a Millionaire at 22. And I also studied and finished industrial engineering at the University of Pretoria. And to answer your question, yes, at the age of 22, I had my first million. But it didn't start there. You see, it started way, way further back from that. I can still remember when I was 10 years old and I got in primary school, my friends had these cool toys and these cool gadgets and things that we couldn't afford. And I always wondered about that. And maybe you felt the same. Maybe in your life, your friends and the people around you had things that you couldn't afford, that you cannot afford. And I went and asked my dad when I was 10 years old, I said, Dad, why can't we afford these things that the people around us have? And he gave me the best advice that I've ever received in my life. He said, you know what, son? I'm not a millionaire. And I cannot teach you how to become a millionaire. But this can. And he gave me my first business book to read. And then I read the first book, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. And I read all of these business books, and then I started applying. And then when I was 10 years old at school, I started selling these plastic strings called Scooby-Doos at a 50-cent markup. And it went really well. So then I started selling all kinds of toys at school until the headmaster found out and he said, "You know what, Albert? You can't sell toys at school." Then I stood outside the gate, and every day when the kids went home from school, I sold toys to them. And that just escalated. In high school, I started selling cell phones and laptops and TVs and bicycles and anything I could get my hands on. Eventually, I started buying and selling cars, got into construction, and started doing like concrete slabs and carports and painting and renovating houses. And eventually, at age 19, I was able to buy my first property. And 4 years later, after running it as a business, at 22, I could call myself a millionaire. And then I wrote my book, How to Become a Millionaire at 22, to empower the rest of South Africa and you to do exactly the same. You see, today I want to tell you that if I can do it, so can you. If it's possible for me, it's also possible for you. The trick is, you need to apply the correct recipe in life to get the result. You see, the only difference between you and other successful people out there, those people that you want to become, that billionaire, that millionaire, that top engineer, doctor, or lawyer, or whatever you want to become in life, the only difference between them and you is the fact that they apply the correct recipe in life. And I'm going to teach you the correct recipe to become financially independent. In the following 4 videos, we're going to go through some of the very important tips, tools, techniques, and basics that you need to add to your recipe in life to grow your wealth, to create more income, to create more money, and eventually to become financially independent. So make sure you work through the following 4 videos very, very diligently. Because you see, knowledge without application is useless. You have to watch these videos, learn, take in the knowledge, but then you also have to apply. You have to take action and you have to implement it. You see, you can sit and watch this video and the following 4, but never apply that recipe, and then you will never get the result. You see, it's just like a baker. Let's imagine a baker, right? A baker has a recipe, and now he wants to bake a cake for his friends and family to enjoy. And then he puts some flour in the recipe, mix it together. He puts some milk, some sugar. Then he puts some meat. And then he puts some vegetables. And then he mixes it all together, and then he puts it in the oven. And when he takes it out, the cake is a big flop. But you saw this coming, right? Who puts meat and vegetables in a cake? But hey, that's the recipe he had. Now, my question to you is the baker a bad baker? No, he just had the wrong recipe. You see, if he had a different recipe, he would get a different result. And in the next 4 videos, we're going to teach you, I'm going to show you the right recipe. And then you can also have a different result. If you did bad at maths today, you don't have to fail at maths tomorrow. If you didn't get into the first team today, you don't have to fail that again tomorrow. If you're poor today, you don't have to be poor tomorrow. You just need to change your recipe with the tools, the tips, and the techniques that we're going to talk about and start implementing that in your life. It is possible, and it is possible for you to do it. You just need to start taking action. And this is your moment. This is your moment. You see, you have all the power in the moment of now. The past is already gone. You can't do anything about it, right? You can't go back and change it. You can learn from it, but you can't go back and change it. And maybe some of you are holding to things in the past that happened to you. It's holding you back. The future is still uncertain. These people getting paid millions of rands in big buildings in Sandton to try and determine what's going to happen in the future. But they still get it wrong. You can speculate, you can plan, but you can't do anything about it. But in this moment, as you're sitting here today, watching this video, in this moment, you have unlimited power. You can decide today to change your future by applying the things that we're going to talk about in the next sessions. You can decide today to make this difference, to take this new tools, tips, and techniques and add it to your recipe to eventually become financially independent. And I want to challenge you to take that first step. You see, if you stay in your comfort zone and you just take small steps that you feel comfortable with, even if you take 10 steps, you're going to end up right here. Versus the person that's bold, that says, I'm going to take this challenge today. I'm going to apply these things in my recipe in life. If you take bigger steps, even 3 steps further, you're going to be far, far ahead than your friends that took 10 small steps because they wanted to stay in their comfort zone. So I'm challenging you today. Make that decision. Use the moment of now and work through this video series. Take all of these ingredients that we're going to talk about, apply them to your life so that you can change your future, so that you can start generating more money, start increasing your wealth, start improving your financial intelligence, and eventually become financially independent. You see, it is possible for you. If I could do it, so could you. It is possible. And it is possible for you. You just need to decide to take the action. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, my brother Albert. Thank you for challenging us. I mean, what I took away is change your recipe. Change your recipe and start small so you can grow bigger. Thank you so much, my brother, for challenging us and pushing us to grow our financial success. Next up, I have the privilege of introducing Dr. Pieter Klasse. Dr. Pieter Klasse, Senior Assistant Director in the Department of Enrollment and Student Administration, has headed the Undergraduate Student Recruitment Division for the past 14 years at the University of Pretoria. His experience and knowledge of the education system, especially high school, in high school education as well as higher education, enables him to assist learners to make a successful transition from high school to higher education. He's passionate. I don't like the word passionate, rather obsessed about guiding young people towards making responsible study and career choices. His dedication and support for the Junior Tech Initiative over more than a decade contributed to the success of the Junior Tech Initiative and helped the Junior Tech Project to become the flagship recruitment program at UUP. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Dr. Pieter Klasse.
Welcome to this virtual session today where we are going to talk a little bit about your future careers. Now, my name is Pieter Klasse and I'm from the University of Pretoria at the Division Student Recruitment. And I want to share with you some easy steps today to make sure that you will be in a position to make a successful study and career choice, which I believe is very important for you as grade 11 learners. Now, one of the main reasons why first-year students struggle at the university in their first year and even drop out of the university is because they make wrong study choices. They enter wrong study programs and then they only realize that when they are at the university. They start panicking and at the end they drop out. So I want to assist you with this session also to plan properly, because that is the main reason. It's about prior planning. People plan in the wrong way when they think about studies after matric. So obviously, with the collaboration of your parents, we must assist you to make sure that you will make a responsible study choice that will take you to a successful career. And I know all of you want to be successful one day. Now, I'm going to share with you 3 steps which I believe will assist you in this way. And the first step that you are going to take is to decide on a cool career. Now, I want to tell you that I think this is the biggest problem. When people start planning for their careers one day, they immediately, when they get to grade 12, they grab a booklet of a university, they look at the study programs, and based on that, they want to make a decision about their study program. And that's wrong, because you can't choose a study program if you don't know where you are heading towards. The second step will then be to work hard academically. Boys and girls, you will know that the one thing that can guarantee your access into a study program one day at a tertiary institution is your marks. And then the third step would be to qualify for admission. And that will be based on the subject choices that you did in grade 9, as well as your academic achievement levels that you will obtain at the end of grade 11. That will determine your admission into a study program. Now, during this session today, I'm only going to concentrate on the first step, which I'm very passionate about, in assisting you to decide on a cool career. Now, you must all remember, you are in the process now in grade 11 already to start planning for a career where you are supposed to be happy for 30, 40 years after your studies. Just think about that. It's a long time. And it's a nightmare when you have to wake up in the morning and say, I don't like my job, I don't want to go to work. But it's not necessary. So at the end, you need to take a decision about a career that will suit your personality, that will suit your work ethics, your personal vision, your aptitude, your interest, because then you are going to be happy in that career. There are a lot of people who are just considering salary packages. They think about the prestige of a career, only job opportunities, and then they make a decision based on that. Although those factors obviously is very important, it shouldn't be your primary consideration. I can tell you today that the success stories at the university are those students that enter study programs that they really enjoy. It's not necessarily all the top achievers at the different schools that will make a success at the university. Because the moment you choose a program at the end and a career that you are really interested in, you will be passionate, you will be motivated, you will enjoy studying, you will be noticed in class. And I just believe the doors will open up for you. But now I can understand that it's difficult to make this decision, and you can tell me, yes, but it's easy to say, but how must I do? How must I go along now? I think one of the biggest reasons why students study or find difficulty in deciding on study choices is because they don't know about all the careers that are available. Because we grow up in an environment. We know what our close families are doing. You know what your father is doing, your mother is doing, you know what the school principal is doing, or medical doctor. And then you think, I'm familiar with these, say, 20 careers, and now I must pick one of these careers. But maybe there's nothing that you are really interested in, but you forget that there may be about 60 careers outside there within your field of interest. You haven't discovered them yet. And maybe the career that you would really like to do is outside there. You must just discover it. And that is exactly what I would like to do today, to give you a way and a method to discover and to browse through these careers until you get that career that really ticks your interest. And boys and girls, then it's very simple. The moment you decide, I want to become an architect, for an example, then it makes your study choice very easy, because then you can just go and have a look at what universities are offering this program, what are the admission requirements, you submit your application. That is the easy part. The other thing that I would like to encourage you to do is job sharing. Now, those of you who don't know what job sharing is all about, say, for instance, you decide at the end you want to become an advocate. put in the effort, take the time, you are in grade 11 now, to make an appointment with an advocate that is already in that career. Say, sir, ma'am, I'm interested in this career that you are doing now. How do I get there? What are the good things about the career? What is the not so good things about this career? What is the international accreditation of this career? And that person is going to be honest and open with you, because you know the problem is often we decide on careers based on what we see on the television. And then we think, this is what I would like to do. But just remember, on the television, they always or usually show you the exciting part of a career. There may be other things in that career that you are not aware of. But by talking to someone that is really already in the career, you're going to get honest answers. And at the end of such a conversation, you will be able to say one of two things. No, this is not what I thought. So maybe I must put it to a side. Or you can say, now I'm even more interested. This is exactly what I would like to do. So job shadowing, very important. You are in grade 11, you've got time to do that. It doesn't have to take you a holiday to go and work there. A discussion like we are having now will be sufficient for you to decide whether this is the field for you. Now, fortunately, we've got assistance, and part of this session, the main reason I want to demonstrate to you how you can get to these careers and see what is available in your field of study. And that is what we are going to do in the following session in a week's time. We are going on this platform, which will be www.pacecareers.com. You don't have to write it down now, but this is where we are going to see the careers, and I'm going to show you how to get to these, that you can browse them through them to make your decision. So what I would like you to do now, please, or in this week, go to this website and please write this down. www.gostudy.net. You have it on the screen right in front of you now. If you enter this page, you will see there's a career questionnaire. It's a career interest questionnaire that you are going to complete. Please complete that questionnaire. It's not going to take you more than 10 minutes. 105 easy questions where you are going to just tick yes or no. Please make sure that you don't think too long about a question. You think about a working environment. They are going to give you a statement and you decide, I would like that or not. I don't enjoy this, and you just tick yes or no. At the end, when you are done with question 105, a graph will come up with an analysis of all your fields of interest. Please print out this result. Keep it with you. Bring it along next week during our next session, where I will then explain to you and demonstrate to you how to interpret these results, and then the way from the fields of interest, the results that we get, how to bring you to the careers within these fields of interest. And then you will see at the end, it will be easier for you to decide, okay, this is the career that I decided on, and now we go back and we see what kind of study program I must study. So good luck with that exercise, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you during our next session in a week's time.
A big thank you to Dr. Peter Glasser. You know, we had a conversation just now outside. I'm a University of Pretoria alumni, and I was having a conversation with them around, I did well in high school, so like business studies was my thing, and then I went to University of Pretoria, and then I did a business management degree, but I was not exposed, and that's what he really spoke about. When you get there, really expose yourself to other opportunities, other environments, so that you can grow, so that you can learn. So thank you so much, Dr. Peter Glasser. Thank you for challenging us, and thank you. We'll take on that challenge. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege of introducing a gentleman by the name of Taro. He is the National Programs Manager and one of the directors at Brainwave Careers. Brainwave is a non-profit company that strives to ignite employability through provision of a variety of educational support-based programs, projects, products, and services. This gentleman that I'm about to bring on stage has been working at Brainwave for 11 years. So he really knows his work and is really passionate about advising, educating, and motivating the youth of this country in unlocking the vast potential within themselves, the potential that you have. So please listen. It all starts with career development, personal empowerment, and soft skill development in high school. That's where it starts. Brainwave and Investec partnered 9 years ago, and together they bring to you, yes you, Career Explorer. You know the other Explorer, but this one is the real one. Career Explorer, a free mobile career helpline and app. So let's hear from Tyrell and hear what he has to tell you about Career Explorer and how this can assist you in making realistic, informed, and educated career decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tyrell.
Hi, Junior Tikkies online learners. What a fantastic day for me to be standing in front of you to chat to you a little bit more about your futures and your careers. Before I start, Junior Tikkies online learners, and before I tell you why I'm here today in regard to the Career Explorer mobile career helpline, it's a privilege for me to be able to, or have the opportunity to talk to you, especially being in your grade 11 year, because it's your final grade 11 results that you're actually going to be using to apply with at the end of your grade 11 year for tertiary study after grade 12. So many learners, or I work with so many learners, and I say to learners, what do you want to do once you leave grade 12? Or what do you want to do with your future? What is your career path? What is your career plan? And the top 4 careers that I get, everybody wants to be a doctor, everybody wants to be an engineer, everybody wants to be a lawyer, and everybody wants to study medicine. But the second you start unpacking that a little bit more with a group of learners or with a learner individually as well, and you start asking those important questions like, great, fantastic. You want to study a BCom accounting or you want to be a chartered accountant. Do you know the difference between a chartered accountant, for example, a financial advisor and an actuary? And a learner's not able to tell me. Or do you know the difference between an LLB law, a BA law, or a BCom law, and learners are unable to provide me with that insight. The point that I'm trying to make, ladies and gents, is that everybody wants to study engineering, everybody wants to study law, everybody wants to study medicine and accountancy, but you don't actually know what the job itself entails. You don't know what the entry requirements are, for example. You don't know how long it's going to study within that given qualification or that given field as well. And why I'm standing in front of you today is to tell you about a really exciting platform that is powered by Investec and it's run by Brainwave or managed by Brainwave as well. And it's the free Career Explorer mobile career helpline. And we, at Career Explorer, we're there to assist you with all the subject, career, and tertiary related questions and advice that you need, all the assistance that you need so that we can put you on the right path, that we can advise you, educate you, and motivate you in making educated and informed career decisions. It starts with you, ladies and gentlemen, as a unique individual. We all have different qualities, different attributes, different personalities, thinking styles. Our working values are also different. The environments in which we want to work one day are also different. And Career Explorer is really there about guiding you from inception, from the start of planning your career, all the way through to study at tertiary level. It's important for you to understand the world of work information and the what and where to study information and the variety of jobs that are available within a qualification or a career before you make these important life-changing decisions. Career Explorer, as I mentioned, is a free mobile career helpline, ladies and gents. Gratis, nix, nothing. It's not going to cost you money. The project itself or the helpline itself is sponsored by Investec and run by Brainwave. So you as a learner simply need to either download the Career Explorer app from the Google Play Store, or you can access this on www.careerexplorer.com. We also have a WhatsApp number that you can chat to us, which is 063-704-3030. I want you to start chatting to us in Career Explorer and unpacking the variety of career options that are available to you or the qualifications that are available to you at tertiary study. What's the difference between a national diploma and a degree, for example? How is a higher certificate different to a national diploma? How long is that going to take me? What's the difference between a BCom, a BA, and a BSc degree, for example? What are the entry requirements to study medicine at the University of Pretoria? We have the answers to all those questions, ladies and gents, and so much more via the Career Explorer platform. So as mentioned, there are 3 points of access when it comes to Career Explorer. We've got the WhatsApp number where you're able to chat live with a facilitator Monday to Friday, and that's from 8 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. On a Thursday, we'd run the helpline all the way through until 8 o'clock in the evening. So that's one via WhatsApp. Number two, we have an exciting Career Explorer app that you are able to download via the Google Play Store. And you're also able to access Career Explorer at www.careerexplorer.com. There is a quick 2-3 minute registration that would be required in order for you to make use of the service. But as mentioned, it is a free to use service. So you're not going to pay a subscription charge. There's no amount that you would need to obviously download the app itself. I really encourage you as the future citizens of this country to start using services like the Career Explorer app so that we can advise you and put you on the right path, ladies and gents. I don't want you to land up in a situation where you're in your third year of tertiary study and you actually decide that what you're studying doesn't suit your interests or your thinking style or your personalities. We want to assist you at Career Explorer and guide you in the right direction with providing you with the self-knowledge as well as the world of work and tertiary knowledge that you need to make educated and informed career decisions. The best thing about Career Explorer, you can chat live with the facilitator either via the Career Explorer app or www.careerexplorer.com or as mentioned on the WhatsApp platform. What's absolutely fantastic, though, is that we've got so much static content on the website and via the Career Explorer app for you to start exploring. We've got motivational content there so that we can really start igniting a fire within you and getting you excited about your jobs and careers. We have a whole lot of what and where to study information as well, with all the tertiary information links to those particular websites, how to work out your AP score requirements, all the faculties and the schools and the qualifications that are offered within those various tertiary institutions in South Africa. We don't just focus on universities, but we also look at private institutions and TVET colleges as well. So everything that you need to know in terms of what and where to study is available on the Career Explorer app as well, with really useful links that you can click on that will take you to the right place as well so that you can start unpacking your career. Lots of world of work information there. We have over 750 different jobs on the Career Explorer app itself, and we look at everything from engineering and engineering support through to the medical field, to business and administration, computers and IT. We look at services, arts and culture. So we really look at a variety of careers that are available to you out there, over and above just studying medicine or law or accountancy or engineering, for example. It's about unlocking the potential within yourself and finding what really makes you tick and what you're passionate about as an individual. We've obviously got the live chat service on Career Explorer as well. Lots of exam, test and study tips there for you. Also, a number of support links and functions that you can click on should you require any further academic support or you're looking for counseling support. We've got referral links that we can link you up with other organizations that can help you in those areas of your life. Ladies and gents, Maya Angelou, one of my biggest role models and heroes in life, said, "You do the best that you can until you know better. Then when you know better, you do better." I want you to really start exploring all the elements that are available to you on the Career Explorer app. Over 55 different career quizzes for you to start off by completing. Once you've completed a few of the career quizzes, chat to our facilitators, look at the what and where to study information, look at the motivational content, look at the funding opportunities that are available to you there. Again, on the Career Explorer app, we have all the funding opportunity links. So everything that you need to know about external bursaries with links to companies where you would be able to apply for a bursary. We've got NSFAS details there for you, how to fill in a NSFAS application form, for example, as well. So it's really about equipping yourself with not only the self-knowledge, for example, by completing a career quiz, but also the hard-tack what and where to study information or the world of work information that you would need in order to make an educated and informed career decision. Investec believes in your future. Junior Tikkies believes in your future. Brainwave believes in your future. We have partnered together to empower you as the future generation of this country to do better in life. So the responsibility really is up to you to start making use of the services that are available to you either via Brainwave or Career Explorer or Investec or Junior Tikkies. So we please encourage you as learners start making use of the service. All the details and information that you require regarding Career Explorer are available to you on the Junior Tikkie mobile platform as well. So I really want to leave with you, ladies and gents, the future lies in your hands, and you are the captains and the masters of your own destiny. You're deciding what direction you're sailing that ship in. If you want a bright, better future, I would suggest you start making use of the services that are offered via Junior Tikkies. Make use of the Career Explorer service, and we're excited to start chatting to you soon. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the gentleman himself, Tyrell. He's really encouraged this, and I'm encouraging you to make use of the opportunity. Like, I didn't know about Career Explorer up until today, like this morning, and I'm going to make use of it. I'm going to share it with my friends. I'm going to share it with the young people that I mentor. Make use of the opportunity that Career Explorer has for you. All right, so unfortunately, I know we've come to the end of the program. And I just want to say, on behalf of the Junior Tikkie team, we want to thank Investec, who's made this event possible. We also want to say a big, big thank you to all the speakers for all their contribution. The Junior Tikkie project manager, Dr. Petrus Lombard, Ms. Selena Davids, and the Junior Tikkie team for their commitment to making this event successful. Remember that as from Monday, we will contact all the participants via email on certain activities that you can be involved in. And please, as a brief, make use of this opportunity. You can become part of this Grade 11 Empowerment Project. Remember that on Monday, 26 July 2021, a recording of today's event will be available on the Junior Tikkie online platform with a series videos of I'm a Brand, How to Become Financially Independent, Part 1 of Time Management, and more. So I encourage you, please, please from me, register on the Junior Tikkie online platform, juniortikkie.online, to have access to 5 subject content, which will be uploaded and developed over the next few months. These subjects are maths. Me and maths, we were not on the same WhatsApp group. I struggled with maths. I wish I had registered there. So register maths, physical science, life science, accounting, and English. It's also important to download the JT app to receive regular important information for prospective UP students. So go on that store, download the app. Also join the Junior Tikkie Facebook and Instagram pages. We hope to see you. Well, I'm not hoping. I know. I will see you all next week, Saturday, 31st of July, 2021, for our second live broadcast, where we'll receive feedback from Dr. Klaaser on the PACE career functionality, as well as Mr. Ferdi on I'm a Brand initiative. In conclusion, we would like to remind you that your grade 11 final examination is the most important exam in your life. Why? Because if you apply for studies at UP in your final school year, the university only accepts your application if your grade 11 final examination marks comply with the admission requirements of the program you wish to apply. We close the event with a marketing video of the Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology, EBIT, virtual information session that will take place on Saturday, 14th of August, 2021. I hope that you've enjoyed today. Take care and God bless. See you next week.
The Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology at the University of Pretoria is hosting an online open day for Grade 8 to Grade 12 learners on 14 August 2021. If you are interested in engineering, the built environment or IT, be sure to send a WhatsApp to 084 908 4179.
See you there.